Hi everyone, welcome to our nutrition education session called Live a Fuller Life with More Fiber.
Hello, I just got finished making this high fiber smoothie. I want to show you how to make it. That way you can have a high fiber smoothie as a great snack option for you. So to start making this smoothie, I started with a banana. You're gonna need one banana and that's gonna add an additional 3 grams of fiber to your smoothie. Bananas are a great source of fiber because they are a fruit. All fruits are gonna be great sources of fiber. The next fruit that I used was strawberries. I used 1/2 a cup of strawberries, and strawberries are gonna add about 1.5 grams of fiber to the recipe as well, and gonna be another great source of fiber. The next item that I used was cherries. Cherries are also going to be a great source of fiber because they are another fruit. So I used 1 cup of cherries here, and that's going to bring another 2.5 grams of fiber to the recipe. Next, I use spinach. You can use fresh or frozen. So adding about a cup of spinach, that's going to bring about an additional 2 grams of fiber to the recipe. So any vegetable is also going to be a great source of fiber, like spinach. All vegetables are going to be packed with fiber, just like our fruits are. The next item that I used were dates. Dates are a dried fruit, and you can find them at your grocery store. So if I used 2 dates in this recipe, so that's going to add in an additional 3 grams of fiber to the smoothie. If you didn't have dates, you could also use a little bit of honey. I would just add it to taste so you don't overly sweeten it, but the honey is not going to have the fiber component in it like the dates do. That's it, and that's all I did to make this smoothie, and I added a little bit of water as well, mixed it up in my blender, and I had a great smoothie. It came out really good, and the whole smoothie has 12 grams of fiber, which is excellent. If I wanted to add additional fiber to the smoothie, I could top it with something like granola, and granola is going to be another good source of fiber because it comes from oats, and oats are a whole grain, and whole grains are going to be a great source of fiber. Thanks for watching. Hope you make this smoothie.
Here are our learning objectives for today's session. We're going to teach you all about living a fuller life with more fiber, with an emphasis on adding in more fiber into your snacks. By the end of today's session, we'd like for you to be able to list 3 vegetables that are high in fiber and low in starch, identify 2 barriers to eating fiber and ways to overcome them, and discuss 3 benefits to eating fiber. To start off, we'd like for you to brainstorm 2 reasons why it's important to eat fiber. You'll have about 30 seconds to do this, and then we will come together as a group to discuss this and provide some other examples of why it's beneficial to eat more fiber.
What did you come up with? The list of benefits of eating fiber are actually pretty long. Let's talk about a few of them. Eating a diet high in fiber is great to help you feel fuller for longer. Foods that contain fiber take longer to pass through the digestive tract, promoting fullness. There are actually 2 types of fiber. One is called soluble fiber, and the other is called insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber does what it sounds like it would. It breaks down in the body and turns into a gel-like substance, which is why it takes longer to pass through the digestive tract. As a result, it also slows down the absorption of things like sugar and cholesterol in the body. Examples of foods containing soluble fiber are oats, avocados, fruit, and beans. Now on to insoluble fiber. Foods that contain insoluble fiber are fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and nuts. Insoluble fiber is actually not digested by the body. It helps foods pass through the digestive system, adding bulk to the stool and helping to keep you regular. So you can see how foods that contain fiber help you to feel fuller longer as they take longer to pass through your body. Also, fiber helps to slow the absorption of sugar and cholesterol, which can help regulate blood sugar and promote healthy cholesterol levels. Finally, by feeling fuller longer, we are less likely to reach for more food. Eating a diet high in fiber can help us control our cravings by both stabilizing our blood sugar and also promoting fullness so we naturally eat less. This can even help us maintain a healthier weight. Fiber can help us do so much.
This brings us to the nutrition facts label that shows us how we can find fiber. So dietary fiber is found in plant foods such as grains. So this would include like whole grains, oatmeal, whole wheat pasta. Those foods would have fiber. And then it's found in vegetables, so like spinach, cabbage, kale, broccoli, things like that. And then it's also found in fruits, so like your apples, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, and such. Legumes would be like beans, and then also found in our nuts, so like almonds, cashews. Those are all going to all be great sources of fiber. And then next, seeds, so sunflower seeds, or if you've ever heard of chia seeds, those are going to be fiber-rich foods as well. Here is another example of how you can find fiber on the nutrition facts label. So if you look down on the right, you can see a pasta box's nutrition facts label. On the left, you can see that it's a whole grain, 100% pasta. So if you look at the nutrition facts label on the right and you go down where it says total carbohydrate, you'll see under that it'll say dietary fiber 5 grams, 20%. So what that means is this one serving of this pasta, so a 1 cup serving, is going to have 5 grams of fiber and meet 20% of our fiber needs if you're following a 2,000 calorie diet. And then if you go to the bottom, it'll have the ingredients, very small, but it'll say organic whole durum wheat flour. So when you see that wheat flour, whole durum, those words mean that it's going to have fiber because it has that word whole and it has that word wheat. So that's how we know that this would have been that this is already going to be a high fiber food. This next slide shows us how much fiber that we need. So it breaks it down by age groups and by male and female. So we all have different fiber needs. So you can see that from age 9 to 13, males need 31 grams of fiber, while us females need 26 grams of fiber. And then you can see that from the 14 to 18 age group, all the way up to 50 years of age, so from 14 years of age to 50 on the male side, they all would need 38 grams of fiber there. And then if you compare to the female side, from 41 to 50, we need around 26 to 25 grams of fiber there. And then for those over 51 to 70 or over 70, the male and female recommendations for fiber will differ there as well. So in that age group, men need 30 for 50 and over, and then females 50 and over would need 21 grams of fiber per day. And this is going to be based off of the USDA guidelines.
A lot of people struggle to eat enough fiber during the day for a variety of reasons. We're going to talk about a few barriers to eating enough fiber in a day and come up with some solutions together to help you incorporate more fiber into your diet. First of all, we want to emphasize that eating a diet high in fiber shouldn't be considered a diet. It really is a way to promote healthy lifestyle changes gradually over time, in a way that can also help with lots of other areas of your health, such as weight and digestion. So the first barrier we are going to talk about is time. People often struggle to find the time to shop for, prepare, cook, and eat foods containing fiber. Here we have an image of a broccoli battling a cheeseburger. When on the go, it is much easier to swing by the McDonald's drive-thru to grab fries and a cheeseburger when you feel hunger coming on. But with a little bit of planning, you can pack fiber-filled snacks with you when hunger strikes, such as nuts. Also, lots of people struggle to find the time to prepare vegetables or cook rice. The key is to buy pre-cut vegetables to cut down on prep time, or use easier cooking methods, like cooking sweet potatoes in the microwave to get the same baked effect as in the oven for much less time. Next is the cost of eating foods high in fiber. Many people think that eating high fiber foods is more expensive. The irony is that a lot of foods high in fiber, like beans and whole grains, are some of the cheapest foods. Make sure to choose low sodium canned beans and other vegetables too. You can give them a rinse when you are about to cook them to wash off some of the sodium that has been added in the canning process. Another barrier to eating more fiber is often taste. People don't love the taste of vegetables like broccoli, for example. But the reality is there are so many different ways to prepare a vegetable, like baking, roasting, grilling, boiling, in a stir fry, or steaming. There are also so many different spices to use to flavor vegetables with any flavor that you like. Another barrier to eating more fiber is availability. Whether you are on the go and struggle to find healthy options or can't find the foods you want at the grocery store or market, it can be challenging to find healthier options when the world around us has so many unhealthy options readily available. One tip to overcome this is to make a shopping list for the week so you know exactly what you need and want to buy. Then buy those items at the store so that you have them on hand all week. You can take 10 to 15 minutes to prepare snacks for yourself to take on the go, so you have a high fiber snack when hunger strikes. All right, now we're going to play a game together. This game will help you to learn how to choose between two foods that are similar so that you can make the choice to eat the food higher in fiber. We'll discuss why one food has more fiber over the other and any other benefits of one food versus the other in the pair. We will show the two options on the screen, pause briefly to let you choose the one that is higher in fiber, and then show the answer to you and discuss. Ready? Here we go. So for our first pairing, we have orange juice pictured on the left versus a whole orange on the right. Which one do you think would be a better choice for a higher fiber snack? Take a few seconds to think about this and make your choice. Okay, and the winner is the whole orange. Not only does a whole orange have more fiber than orange juice, but it has much less sugar than most conventional orange juices do. A whole orange has about 3 grams of fiber, whereas the orange juice only has 0.2 grams of fiber, but about twice the sugar and calories of a whole orange. So the fiber in the whole orange will be a better snack to keep you fuller longer, as well as a good alternative to sugary snacks. Here is our second pairing. A potato versus broccoli are the options this time. I'll give you a moment to decide which vegetable you would consider to be the better high fiber snack. And the winner is broccoli. Now, we want to make sure that you understand that both of these vegetables are great in moderation as part of a balanced diet, but potatoes are higher in starch than broccoli. For comparison, 200 calories of white potato contains about 6 grams of fiber, but 200 calories of broccoli contains 15 grams of fiber. Potatoes are also more high in calories than broccoli, and broccoli contains more protein, less carbohydrates, and much more vitamin C and vitamin K. You'll notice I mentioned that potatoes have more starch. What is starch? Starch is a type of carbohydrate or naturally occurring sugar that can cause our blood sugar to spike when we eat foods high in starch. Foods that contain starch can also be higher in calories. Overall, we may feel fuller for less time when we eat sources of fiber that also contain a high starch content due to the effect on our blood sugar. And now for the last pair. We have white bread on the left and whole grain bread on the right. I'll give you a few seconds to make your decision. And the winner is whole grain bread. Did you guess it correctly? A slice of white bread contains only about 1 gram of fiber per serving, whereas whole grain bread contains about 3 grams of fiber per serving. A lot of key vitamins and minerals are also lost in the refining process of making white bread. So whole grain bread also contains oftentimes more nutrients than white bread does. Typically, whole grain bread is also lower in calories than white bread and has less sugar. Try a slice of whole grain toast with avocado on top as a snack.
When it comes to making life changes, we know that it's really important to have social support. So when you think about the people in your life who can help you make these changes to incorporate more fiber in your life, can you think of, one or two people that would support you on this journey? Or is there anybody in your life who'd want to do it with you as well? Maybe they want to incorporate more fiber too. They've heard about the benefits of fiber as well, or you could share with them the benefits of fiber that you've learned about as well. So think about that person that, you could support them, or even they could help support you along this journey to, make sure you carry out this life change. So once you identify a key supporting person in your life that can help you remember to eat more fiber and include more fiber in your diet, you might want to write that down on a piece of paper and say, just to kind of file it, make a goal of it, like I'm going to reach out to this person to, get them to help to get their help on increasing my fiber. So after you write that down, you can also write down a snack idea that you want to make with them. So if you can think of a high fiber snack that you would want to make with this person that is going to help support your journey for increasing your fiber amount in your diet. This brings us to our handout and recipe. So let's talk through some high fiber snacks that you can easily incorporate in your diet now to make sure you're getting enough fiber. So first, we have whole grain toast with nut butter and fruit. So an example of this could be like a slice of your favorite whole grain bread. You could add 2 tablespoons of nut butter, so like peanut butter or almond butter, whatever you prefer. And then you could add your favorite fruit on top that would go with that combination. So a banana or, some chopped up strawberries would go really well on top of this toast combination. And that would give you a high fiber snack because you got the whole grain toast, you got your nut butter, and you got your fruit. That combined together is going to be a great snack for you. Number 2 is going to be carrots and guacamole. So guacamole or avocado are going to be always a high fiber food. An avocado is a fruit, so that's always going to be high in fiber because it's a fruit. And then carrots are vegetables, so we know that's also going to be high in fiber as well. So, doing carrots and guacamole is a great snack. You could do celery and guacamole, any combination like that. You could do bell peppers and guacamole. That would be another great way to, make a high fiber snack as well. Number 3, we have an apple and trail mix. So, this is pretty, self-explanatory here. So, whatever your favorite kind of apple is, and a serving of trail mix. That's going to be high in fiber, especially if that trail mix has some like dried fruit in there as well. That's going to increase the fiber. So like raisins, that will have, some extra fiber in there if that's in the trail mix. You could also just swap it for an apple and some nuts. So apple and almonds, apple and cashews, whatever combination you like there would also be high in fiber. The next snack option we have is popcorn. So popcorn is a whole grain, and if you remembered, we said that whole grains are always going to be high in fiber. So, having just your a regular serving of popcorn is always going to be high in fiber, which is usually around a cup or so of popcorn, depending on the company or the brand. So sticking around there is going to be a great source of fiber as well. So this brings us to the smoothie recipe that I showed you in the video when we first started the presentation. So again, we made a cherry strawberry smoothie. You can see the ingredients here, and you will have a handout attached of this recipe. But overall, this was a great smoothie recipe because it had 12 grams of fiber in it, which is fantastic. We said that, adult women's fiber needs are about 25 grams a day, and men are 38 grams a day. So you can see how impactful having that 12-gram serving amount from a smoothie of fiber is really going to get you, a jump start on meeting your daily fiber goals. And here are our references. We really appreciate you watching our presentation. Look out for our post-evaluation survey. Thank you.